Hello, I'm the President of the United States of America. Oh, okay, maybe I'm not the President of the United States of America. I'll admit it, I lied. Wait a second, I'm not alone. Have you ever heard of the story Pinocchio? Pinocchio was a puppet who was carved by a woodcarver named Geppetto in a Tuscan village. He was created as a wooden puppet, but he dreamed of becoming a real boy. He's usually described as someone who lies a lot, which causes his nose to grow. Pinocchio's nose was his best known characteristic. It grew longer and longer when he told a lie. Well, obviously our noses aren't going to grow so long, but we can't even get our noses through the door of a room. However, instead, sometimes it's so obvious you lied, it's like the nose on your face. You can see it right there. But that doesn't mean lies come flapping out of your mouth. So if I were to ask anyone what their opinion on lies are, most people would say that lying is wrong, except when there's a good reason for it, which means that it's not always wrong. For me, I have no opinion if lies are good or bad. Sure, I've been a liar sometimes, but I actually never understood what really is a lie. Later, after I researched why, I learned that lying is a form of deception, but not all forms of deception are lies. I thought, so lies aren't always bad? Now I can answer that question, and that's why I chose this topic. Lying gives me a lot to think about, so to answer the question about the good sides and bad sides of lies, the advantages and disadvantages, here's what I found out. Some lies are told to protect innocent people who would otherwise suffer injustice. Some lies are told to prevent irreversible harm being done. Some situations are very rare, so lying in them doesn't damage the idea that it's wrong to lie. Speaking of wrongs and rights about lying, why do people lie and how can you tell if someone's lying? Avoiding punishment is the most frequent reason people tell serious lies, regardless of their age, whether to avoid a speeding ticket or being grounded. In serious lies, there are threats of important damage and the lies discovered. Maybe loss of freedom, money, job, relationship, reputation, or even life itself. So now you're so excited to know how you can tell if someone's lying, because you can surprise your friends by saying, "You're lying?" Well, it's only in serious lies in which the liar will be punished if detected. Lies are full from appearance, facial expression, body movements, gaze, voice, or words. The threat dictates an emotional load, creating automatic changes that can betray the lie. The lies of everyday life, which doesn't matter if they're detected, no punishment or rewards, that lies are easily told flawlessly. Right now, at this point in time, you're probably still wondering, okay, I get why people lie, but when you lie, how do lies affect you? That's a good question, and I have a great answer for you. Based on my research, studies by other researchers show that as kids grow older, the relationship between the theory of mind and dishonesty starts to shift. Young children with high theory of mind will tell more antisocial lies than peers. This pattern flips as we age. Older children who have a stronger theory of mind start telling fewer antisocial lies and more pro-social ones. Antisocial lies are lies that are selfish, such as when protecting someone at the expense of another person, or even lying to hurt someone else intentionally. Those kind of lies are condemned in most societies. On the other hand, pro-social lies, or lies intended to benefit others, are present or appearing behaviors that have important social and economic consequences. Kids also gradually become more likely to tell blue lies as they advance through adulthood, such as unselfish falsehoods, sometimes told as a costed liar, that are intended to protect a group, like a family or classmates. Think about it. Lying about a crime committed by a sibling, or deceiving a teacher about someone else's misbehavior. Though adults can and do teach children to tell polite lies, and in a lab context, kids can be prepared to tell adults to tell them. It's more likely that successful pro-social lies is a byproduct of developing other capacities like empathy and self-control. When kids and adults acquire those skills, they gain the ability to start telling both white and blue lies. Oh wow, you want to know what are white and blue lies? Instead, I'll tell you 8 great and common types of lies people say. I'll also tell you the meaning. White lies. A white lie is often called the least serious of all lies. People tell white lies claiming to be tactful or polite. For example, it could be making up an excuse for not going to party, or showing appreciation for an undesirable gift. But telling white lies after a while can cause conflict with others because over time they understand the truth. However, the black lies, the exact opposite of white lies, are lies that tell a lie to gain a personal benefit. They're usually criticized or condemned. The lie of fabrication. Fabrication is telling others something you don't know for sure is true. Fabrications are extremely hurtful because they lead to rumors that can damage someone else's reputation. Spreading rumors is not a lie, but it's also stealing another's reputation. 3. The bold-faced lie. A bold-faced lie is telling something everyone knows a lie. It's simple and sometimes cute for a little child to tell a bold-faced lie about not eating any cookies, even though there's chocolate all over his or her face. Like I told you, as plain as the nose on your face. Anyway, as we get older, we try to be more clever with our cover-ups. Some people never grow up and deal with their bold-faced lying, even though others know what they're saying is completely false. 4. Plagiarism. Plagiarism is both stealing and lying. It consists of copying someone else's work, calling it your own. Plagiarism is a very serious act. Some college and graduate students have even been kicked out of school because of it. If I were you, I wouldn't plagiarize. 5. Compulsive lying. Compulsive lying is often caused by a low self-esteem and need for attention. In fact, the compulsive liar finds it all but impossible to stop. A compulsive liar tells their mistruths even when telling the truth would be easier and better. 6. Lies of deception. A deceiver tries to create an impression that causes others to be misled by not telling all the facts or creating a false impression. 7. Lying and exaggeration. Exaggeration is enhancing the truth by adding lies to it. The person who exaggerates usually mixes truths and untruths to make themselves look impressive to others. An exaggerator can weave truth and lies together, causing confusion even to the liar. After a while, the exaggerator believes to believe his or her exaggeration. 8. Broken promises. Broken promises are a failure to keep one spoken commitment or promise. Broken promises can be especially damaging when the person who made the promise had no intentions whatsoever of keeping their word to begin with. So think about that. Have you ever done some of these lies to someone? If you have, and you're still not sure what happens when you lie, you're in luck. That's because I have some excellent research for you. Scientific American, an American popular science magazine, is telling us what else happens when we lie. They say a new study has found lying gets easier for humans the more they lie because lying changes the brain. Nature Neuroscience, a monthly scientific journal published by Nature Publishing Group, reporting a study of amygdala, the part of the brain dealing with emotional responses. The researchers said that the amygdala shows up less and less as we lie more and more. Essentially, our guilt feelings tend to weaken and shrink. Also, lies that help the person telling the lie may draw even less response from the amygdala. Other researchers point out how much we dislike thinking ourselves as liars. So what do you think? Have you ever lied before? Admit it. We all have lied at least one point in our lives. Or not. But the big question is, have you learned a lot about lying? I hope you did. Because learning about lying, or anything, is an important thing to do because, oh wait, I'm falling into a whole new world of research. Oh well, sometimes you just have to figure it out and discover why this and why that. But in that case, I'm going to leave you figure out why. Trust me, you'll be interested in it soon enough. Now go on, fall into a new and educational universe with your own research and have your fun personality kick in.